This is Lakshmi Chaudhary, founder and editor of Splainer.in. Happy Ugadi from namma, Bengaluru. We are back with yet another edition of What the F Happened Here, because that's what we feel when we read and watch the news these days. But we are here to make it fun and easy to be well informed every day. Many people consider Pope Francis as a progressive leader, willing to move the Vatican into the 21st century. He has been inching toward a more liberal view of queer communities. He has said it's okay for L.G.B.T.Q Catholics to receive blessings from priests and allow transgender people to be baptized. But he's drawn a line at gender fluidity, surrogacy, and transition surgery. The Vatican released a document that declared all three to be insults to human dignity. But if you look at the reasons it offers, the Church seems more concerned about insults to God. For example, the sex a person is assigned at birth is an irrevocable gift from God. So a sex change operation is a rejection of that gift. People who want to determine their own gender are playing God because that's His job, etc., etc., etc. Experts see the document as Vatican's attack on gender theory. The Church calls it an ideology that envisions a society without sexual differences and therefore attacks the very basis of the human family. The moral of this story? The Church may be kinder and gentler, but will never bend on what it considers to be the gospel truth. Global surface temperatures in March have once again set a new record, and April is likely to be no different. The month was 0.1 degrees Celsius hotter than the previous record. More importantly, our planet was 1.68 degrees Celsius warmer than the pre-industrial average. Let's take a moment and remember that every climate change report predicts that terrible things will happen if we sail past the 1.5 degrees Celsius mark. Now let's consider that this is the 10th consecutive record-setting month. February was the hottest February on record. The same was true for January and so on. And each time, the record was beaten by at least 0.2 degrees Celsius. Most worryingly, scientists have no clue why this is happening. It could all be El Niño's fault. The weather pattern is heating up an already hot planet. But no factor can fully explain the sharp and unexpected rise in temperature. One expert says that if the anomaly does not stabilize by August, then the world will be in uncharted territory. Now that's scary. In very much related news, a new report shows that rich countries have been shutting down fossil fuels projects in their own backyard, but funding the same projects in poorer countries. Countries in the G20, which are the biggest economies of the world, invested $142 billion between 2020 and 2022. Canada, Japan, and South Korea were the biggest offenders. But international institutions like the World Bank are just as bad. The bank provided $1.2 billion a year to fossil fuels over a 3-year period, of which 2/3 went to gas projects. In other words, the world's wealthiest nations are not so much fighting climate change, they are funding climate change. Want to know the high price of funding climate change? Just stick your head out the window. The body of a 25-year-old Indian student was recovered in Cleveland. Muhammad Abdul Arfat had been missing since last month, and his parents had received a mysterious phone call demanding ransom money on March 19th. Arfat is now the second Indian to be found dead this week in Cleveland, and this is the 11th killing this year. There have been a number of shocking cases, including the brutal murder of Vivek Saini by a homeless person in Georgia. But there's no evidence that these men were targeted because they're Indian. In fact, a number of them were not killed but died due to other unfortunate circumstances. There are no commonalities between their deaths other than their nationality. And it may be that the media is now paying closer attention to the deaths of Indians abroad. Authorities in the Russian Republic of Chechnya have banned music that is either too fast or too slow. All compositions will be limited to a tempo ranging from 80 to 116 beats per minute. This includes all musical, vocal and choreographic works. The aim of this musical fatwa is to save Chechen mentality and musical rhythm from evils like techno and pop. The edict has been issued by Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov. He is infamous for his far more serious hatred of homosexuality. Gay men have been routinely detained and even murdered in Chechnya under his rule. Kadyrov's intolerance of good music is a small matter in comparison. That's it for now. Be sure to check out Splainer's daily edition in the morning. It has all the news you need to know, served with a generous dollop of fun. I'll be back with the next edition of What the Fuck Happened Here every weekday. See you tomorrow.